Hey, hello everyone, my name is Chris and welcome to another game review. Before I start this video, I just want to say one big thank you guys for all the support you've been giving me so far on this channel. Support has been quite great so far, and yeah, I just want to say that I appreciate it, I love you guys, and thank you a lot. So in this video I'm gonna be reviewing a game that's been hated by many people all over the world, and it's been trashed so badly for last 5 years. And it's still a game that since I saw it first time I fell in love with it, so it's just a game that I personally love since I saw it first time. And that is going to be another game I'm gonna be playing on my channel a lot, and that is Dayz. Yeah, this game has been absolutely trashed by everyone all over the world for last 5 years. It's true that there is a lot of bugs, a lot of unfinished stuff, really bad optimization, big frame rate issues, a lot of problems with this game, and it's true, it's really true what these people are talking about. But is it all that bad? Well, no, not really. This game has also a lot of good sides, and if you want to know what are they, stay with me till the end of this video. Alright, so if you have ever been looking for an open world, massive multiplayer, zombie apocalypse, survival video game, it's kinda silly to believe that you haven't heard about Dayz. And if you haven't really heard about Dayz, I'm gonna explain shortly to you what Dayz is. So what is Dayz? So first of all, Dayz once was just a mod for a game named Arma 2. It's been developed by Bohemia Interactive, and back in those days it was such a popular mod, a lot of people were coming into it, and it was just a unique experience that you couldn't find in any other survival game. And that's actually where I fell in love with Dayz. I remember I've been watching Dayz mod videos on the internet like every day because I couldn't afford Arma 2. I was too poor for that. And I was just watching a lot of Dayz videos, and it was so cool. Everybody were playing that game, actually that mod back then, and it was so big, everybody liked it. It was just like I said, a unique experience you couldn't find in any other game, and it definitely is still like that. You just won't find that same experience in any other survival game still to this day. Like, it's just something completely different. And back in 2013, the guy who actually made a mod announced that he's gonna make a standalone version of the game, and that was such a big hype train again. Everybody were so hyped, like, we're finally getting a standalone version of Dayz, it's gonna be much better, everybody's gonna play it, yay! And then when the game actually came out, it was such a big disappointment. Like, everybody bought it, developers earned a huge amount of money, but it's just not what we expected. Like, it was really bad, it was full of bugs, it was full of glitches, and everybody started trashing it and hating it. And 5 years later, people are still trashing it, still hating it, because the game is still full of bugs, full of glitches and all other kind of stuff. But we will come to that later. I want to talk first about generally what the Dayz is. So, like I said, Dayz is open world, massive multiplayer, zombie apocalypse, survival video game. So, first of all, when you spawn in Dayz, you got nothing. You're just a fresh spawn. All you got is like your shirt, your pants, you got one road flare and one rag, and that's all you have. So you're probably asking, okay, well, what's the point of the game? What do you do in this game? So what you do, it's really up to you. This game, it's like, it's your story. Like, when you spawn, you can do whatever you want. You write your own story. You are the creator of your story. So there is actually no quests, nothing. Like, you can go around the world and do whatever you want. You just go around the world, basically collect equipment, weapons, food, water. You kill other players, take their loot. You can maybe make friends with other players, then you can together go on some other adventures. It's just really up to you, and what do you want to do? There is nothing specifically that you have to do. That there is nothing that you have to do. You can do whatever you want. It's just your own story. It's about surviving as longer as you can. So that's the goal of the game, to survive as much as you can. So yeah, basically that's what Dayz is. You just spawn, you go around the world, you collect the loot, you meet other players, and once you meet them, it's completely up to you. What do you want to do with them? Do you want to kill them? Do you want to rob them? Do you want to make friends with them? Like, this game has so much stuff into it and so much content that I don't even know where to start with this review. So I'm gonna start with mostly what I do. So what I do in Dayz is just basically, like I said, there is nothing really specific what you have to do. You don't have to do anything. You can do whatever you want. It's completely your story. But like everyone else, I go around the world, collect stuff, and there is a lot of servers you can roleplay on. If you don't know what a roleplay is, it's actually people who just get around the server and just pretend to be, I don't know, police officers or cannibals, which is another feature you can do in this game. Yeah, you can actually eat other players, yeah, you can do all kind of different stuff. So there is a roleplay, there is a hardcore survival, there is PvP servers. You can go around, you can kill everyone on sight, you can be friends, you can team up, you can do many different things. This game has like so many items. It's just huge amount of items, and it's just so realistic. So this game is the closest thing you can get to real life, and how actually would it be in real life if something like that happened. So this game is a very good survival simulation. So if you are looking for something realistic, I really do encourage you to go and try out Dayz. No matter how buggy and glitchy it is, it's still a great game. You can still have a great experience if you really learn how to deal with those bugs and glitches. It's really no big problem. Honestly, to me, it's not a big problem at all. Like, once you learn and adapt to those glitches and bugs, it becomes a normal thing, and it's just something you really easily deal with, and the game is just enjoyable. I don't know, it's so big game that I don't even know where to start. Like, you can do so many different things. So like I said, it's very realistic. To survive, you need food and water. Also, you can be bleeding, you can have broken legs, and broken bones are not gonna be fixed by themselves. You either have to take a splint or a morphine, which can be found in medical points like hospitals or medical houses, or you can craft the splint. There is a big crafting system. You can craft so many different things, so many improvised things. Crafting in this game is just something you have to learn. This whole game is actually something you have to learn how to play. It will take some time until you learn this game and how it works, and there are so many different types of calibers, and each weapon has a different caliber that it uses, and you can't just find a gun and put a bullet into it. So this game is very realistic. You'll first have to find a magazine, then ammo that goes in that magazine, and then the weapon itself that you're gonna put that magazine into, and then actually use it. And good weapons are really hard to find. If you want some really good and military tactical equipment, you'll have to go to the most riskiest zones and military areas, to PvP hotspots where a lot of player goes, and that's where you just have to be careful. When it comes to Dayz PvP, it's also something that is really not easy. Killing a player in this game is not easy. It's just like real life, you know. There is going to be a lot of waiting, there is going to be a lot of sneaking around. Rushing in this game is just something that is not good. One wrong move and you are dead, and then you're just being punished by going back to coast all the way south, losing all of your equipment and everything, and you have to go and loot and collect all the stuff all over again. So that's how this game works. So If you make a mistake, you pay the price, and this game is not gonna go easy on you. Also, this game can be played in both first and third person. I honestly prefer first person only, or first person only servers, where third person is disabled. Especially in this game, because just like I said, this game punishes you the worst possible way once you die, and I do get very angry, especially in this game, when somebody kills me by peeking over a wall or around the corners, and it's just not realistic. It's just not a way to go for me, especially in this game. So I stick it to first person only, but again, it's all about you and what do you want. If you want to play in first person, you play in first person. If you want to play in third person, you play in third person. It's totally up to you. PvP is not easy. You have to be careful. You have to know what are you doing. If you are in a team, you're still not safe. Don't think if you meet a fresh spawn and you are a fully decked guy with a M4 or some really good gear that he can't do anything to. That's completely wrong. One punch to the face can knock you out really easily. You can go unconscious in this game from the shock and bleeding. Then other players can get you up. So there is a lot of features. So it's really like a real life. You have to watch for all those things. You can be sick. You can have hypothermia and be freezing to that. You can be overheating to that. So it's really realistic game, and it has a lot of features, a lot of things to do. So it's just basically all about you, your play style, what do you want to do. There is nothing specifically that you have to do or places you have to go. It's just what you want to do, where you want to go. Just it's completely all about. And that is actually what makes this game very interesting for me. Like, once you run into other player after hours of running, it's gonna feel differently. You know, you're going to be afraid, you're gonna feel that adrenaline pumping in your blood, and that fear. You're really going to feel that. This is the game you literally feel, at least I do, and that's what actually makes this game so interesting, and that's the main reason why am I still playing this game. It's just experience that you can't find in any other game. Like, imagine just running through the forest in this game and just somebody opens fire on you. It's so scary. It happened to me a few times. It's just so scary. You're so confused. It's basically just like real life. You just start panicking. You don't know what to do, and it just really pumps that adrenaline, and that's all I'm looking for. That's like when I actually experienced that for the first time, I was like, wow, this is it. This is the game I've been looking for all the time. And actually, if I could create a game, this is how I would create it, and that's actually why I love this game so much. It's such a good game to me. Like, no matter how buggy it is, how glitchy it is, I can really deal with that. So if you can't deal with bugs and glitches, if that really annoys you, then Dayz is definitely not a game for you. But if you think you will ignore those bugs and glitches and you can deal with them, Dayz is absolutely a game for you if you're looking for an open world, massive multiplayer video game. So it's just really like that. It's a pure survival, and it's really not like any other game. It's just something you won't find in any other game, basically. Now let's go back a little bit to optimization and stuff. So yeah, you know, people been trashing this game and telling all the bad things about it, but there is now a new hope. Developers showed us actually some beta footage. Yeah, next Dayz patch, which is 0.63, is going to be finally a beta version of the game. After 5 years, this game is gonna get out of the early access alpha, and we're gonna finally be able to play beta. And footage for that, you can check it on the link down below in the description, or clicking on the screen right now, right here, and check out the footage. So once players saw that the beta footage, hype train is now back on. Everybody is so hyped, and once I personally saw it, I was like, no way, this is too good to be true. Like, this looks so sick. and if they actually make this one correctly, and if we really do get what we saw in that footage, that's just going to be amazing. Like, the hype train is back on, like I said. Now everybody's waiting for beta, so next patch is going to be Dayz beta. Game is finally coming out of early access alpha after 5 years. And yeah, it sounds bad, and it really is. I cannot deny that it really is bad, but I never lost the hope in this game, and now it's back on. So I'm so hyped for it. I can't really wait to see what it's going to be like. I really can't wait. I just want it so bad, and everybody is so hyped. And if they actually manage to deliver that content they showed us, it's gonna be amazing. That is definitely going to save Dayz. A lot of people think that the beta is going to save Dayz, but we'll see what happens. I really put all my hopes into developers, and I can see that it's not easy for them as well. They've been apologizing in one of the videos to community for all they did and for all that slow progress, and they're also worried and scared of losing the players and community, which is actually happening right now, this current state of game. And they're also sad about it, so they're really doing their best. So why not support them and actually try to give them some support and motivation to keep creating a game, because I really do love this game. This game can be and will be a good game once it comes out fully. And don't expect this game to work perfectly once it comes out in full state. Like, this game is always going to have some glitches and bugs, because it's just a game on such a big and huge scale, and it's impossible to be made without any glitches or bugs. So be expecting that, like always, but it's definitely going to be much better than it is now. And I'm really hyped for beta. Everyone is. So if you are looking towards buying Dayz, now is actually perfect time to buy it. Beta is right around corner, and it should be out soon, so we're all waiting for that. Although Dayz is a pretty game, and you will need quite decent PC to run it. I'm running it on all ultra settings, MSI AMD R7 370 4GB graphics card, and AMD FX 8320 8-core Black Edition CPU. Frame rate sometimes reaches 40, maybe 50, but it can go also below 30 in some really detailed areas like forests and those huge towns, which is quite critical if it goes below 30. But it's just a game with a lot of details, a lot of things to load and stuff like that, so don't expect from this game to work perfectly, especially in this current state. So it has still some really big frame rate issues and stuff like that, but if you can ignore that, it can be still quite enjoyable game. Alright guys, so that is it for this review. I probably missed a ton of stuff because this game has a ton of stuff and it's just impossible to put it all in one review, and I just don't want to keep it too long. It's already too long. So yeah, that was just my personal opinion on Dayz, and I think it's a great game if you can deal with bugs and glitches and not complain about them all the time and just enjoy the game in other way. It's just an amazing game. It's unique game, like, it's just experience you won't find in any other game, in my opinion. So yeah, that's it. If you like this video, guys, go ahead, leave a like, share, subscribe, or comment if you want. Also join my Chris Facebook group and join us over there. Also, you can ask me some questions on my ask.fm if you want. Once again, if you want to check out the beta footage, the link is down below in the description. You can check it out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Chris out.